proper match, is it?
Having a little match, yeah. Alright, first check's good. Try to beat the bar is blatant, so they tried to get accepting first. Higher low.
Oh, shoulder on day.
Very American.
It's good. Higher low day. Where'd he go?
It's like really attacking.
Happy they're going to come around. Slow his cup down there though. Straighten you around. Get a carve out here a bit.
Hey, fingers.
Push towards Victor. Yeah. Where'd he go?
Fingers.
Oh! Intentional. I could maybe do that with some
Don't go up and adjust your hands after your high low day.
drag low cut.
Fingers.
Around here a bit.
Just turn
Come
more.
out there.
Yeah.
Shoulder.
Because if I kick
Where'd he go?
and you were flat and you're right, get this, but if I can attack,
Too much. Did someone get here?
yeah, he just left.
What's up everybody, Dave here, welcome to another video. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an arm wrestler from Perth, Australia, and I've been pulling for about 2 years now. I thought today I'd give a little bit of time during some training footage from the Armoury Armwrestling Club to chat about Over the Top 2 and the 3 arm wrestlers who from WA, who I'm fairly sure are going to be making the trip over. So the first here is Carl Howarth, who you can see pulling right now. Carl was lined up to have a match against Sam Burnett. Sam was going to come over to WA and pull right arm against Kyle and left arm against Luke Ramponi. But unfortunately COVID happened and that fell through. Then Kyle was going to go over to the 4-way, put on by Blue, and that got shut down due to COVID as well. Plus Bojadier couldn't get his visa, so that match wasn't going to happen. So Kyle's really been, I think, aching for some serious tournament, some serious matches, and has kind of been thwarted for the last little bit. So here's his flights booked for Over the Top 2, and I believe he's going to compete probably right and left under 90 kilos, and overall on his right arm. Kyle, I think, been isolating at the time that he's pulling, or just he'd been isolating for a week up until this training session, and yeah, he was feeling brutally strong, just immovable. His cup and pronation just bonkers, and his hand felt like a rock. Here he is pulling with Dan Pervan. Now Dan, I believe, also plans on going to Over the Top. Dan's, I think, sits around 90 kilos, give or take. Really confident in his left arm. His left arm's probably his dominant arm, but he's still pretty mega on both of them. And I think he'll be competing kind of similar to Kyle in the under 90s and then maybe the overalls as well. Keen to see both these guys pull against people in their own weight class and just get some ideas about how the WA boys match up against well, whoever rocks up. I guess a lot of the eastern pullers, eastern states, and perhaps some international pullers as well. Lastly, I believe Ryan Scott, the milkman, also plans on going. Work permitting, COVID permitting, all that kind of thing. Carl himself pulled with Ryan just a week or so ago, and he was saying Ryan was feeling just really, really strong, and he seemed keen and fired up about competing again. So it would be really awesome to see a fired up Ryan Scott going over east, and obviously I think it's kind of well known that Ryan Scott is really well suited to the tournament style of arm wrestling, double elimination, big fast hits, get the match over with and stay as fresh as possible while other people get stuck in grinders. So those are the 3 WA boys that I think are going over, as far as I'm aware. So Carl Howarth, Dan Piven, and Ryan Scott. So it'll be pretty awesome to see those matches, or those pullers head over and see how they fare against everybody over the top 2, which I would have loved to go personally, but due to a number of factors, I just won't be able to make it. But I think, as I've said in a couple of other videos, I am keen to go to a couple of other state comps and maybe even nationals this year. I've got WA states on, I think, the 28th of May, so in about 2 months' time, and that'll be a good measure of how I feel and how I match up against pullers in WA, and hopefully a couple of the guys from over east show up as well, and get to test my arms against those guys. But this year I'm really hoping is the year where we get to see a lot of matches between the top pullers in Australia, and personally, for my own personal growth, to go to as many really good competitions, tournaments as possible, to get a lot of comp experience on these arms, because I'm feeling stronger. I think my arms are developing, getting more and more conditioned. I am not a strong human being yet. Hopefully that just comes with time. But at the moment I'm just really focusing on technique, developing my lanes, developing my hook, and getting competition experience, ready to go experience. Anyway, just a few quick musings. Can't wait for Over the Top. Hope it goes ahead without a hitch. But yeah, enjoy the training footage, guys. Appreciate you. See you in the next video. Cheers.
It's over. It's over.
And I'm like, can we straighten up? He's like, you'll come.
At least 40 to say.
You've got to do this. You have to only do it to there. So basically,
Why do they go that far? Ready?
it's defend or nothing.
Is that a hidden hook I see?
What will do is
It's like a... To me, hidden hooks work better in the pound strap.
It just gets awkward.
That was awkward, bro. As soon as you started laughing.
It's all like, my turn.
Let's go forward, let's go fight. Longest fight seconds of my life.
You're definitely stronger than Jamie. Because he asked, and I was like, oh, must be a while. I can't remember. Like, because I just picked up. Because it doesn't take many years before pretty much even when it starts to get my side very quickly. Like I said though,
Because I'm round, so all I really did was clean my body. And then he went again.
which I guess probably come in with that little bit. I might even just let myself go to the pad and find out.
And it's also when you feel like
It's hard, because it's like gap. Like you said, it's like you got the pressure there, you're just readjusting. Luke, can you do some work?
interesting to see like your like
Honestly, John's, if they're taking like that thick or something, I reckon John's like that.
wasn't a myth.
On my training means I have to leave that school, wait for the next school, and then restart at that point. So it's not like, it's a lot to this. So, what was the specific, what specific training for? Oh, sorry, academy. So 3 months at the academy. Why? I applied for it 2 years ago, I got in, and I was like, I was sick of all of it. Why? Next year,
Being an overalls car. Under 95s or whatever it is.
Apparently it was guys are all set to
Oh, is that right? I actually go so far.
Feels like, I don't know if this may not be relatable for you, but if you've ever had ecstasy before, and a couple after ecstasy, vacancy, or vacant feeling in your brain,
Yeah, right. Because a fella is stomping and free, you know.
It clicked and I was like, oh, maybe that's not a good spot to hold.
I started to think, it's just like straight outside the street. It's like, where we went. You get it. That's good.
Yeah, this is it. This is the spot. Go.
I found it. Found the section. Right. What do you feel in the tricep?
It was like,
tight shit.
Is that annoying thing?
Your move is the better move.
We try again. It's slight pressure, yeah.
Yeah, but
You're looking to right.
I did this with his arms. It's well.
no, you went that way.